Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, he's as smart as he looks. It's Tom Allen. Born in Germany, made in Chelsea. It's Sophie Herman. And Rob Beckett, their team captain. And facing them tonight, the man with all the answers, it's Richard Osman. Stand-up gal, it's Sophie Joker. And Catherine Ryan, their team captain. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, the average amount of money left by the Tooth Fairy is 88 pence? And that's because she was made bankrupt by Rob Beckett. Yeah, we're going in early. 1 in 5 Brits never carry cash. I'm 100% contactless, and by that I mean lonely. They're quite easy to manipulate, aren't they? Hoovering typically burns around 50 calories, which begs the question, why is your mum so fat? Is it because your house is filthy? Just like your mum. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. This week, it's our panellists' job to guess the most talked about people of the last year. Rob's team, who do you think the nation have been talking about?
Greta Thunberg.
Thunberg, the old Thunberg.
Head of climate change.
Yeah, she's sort of in charge of climate change.
I bet her recycling is absolutely on point. I reckon she rinses out the peanut butter jar. That is a tough job. Ow, who bought Crunchy? Are you mad? You just get the jet wash out for that. Marmite, I don't even eat it now because of it. Someone told me off once drinking out of a plastic bottle because it was single use. And it was, I was in a rush, I was like, you know you shouldn't, but I've got a good get-out-of-jail-free card if someone tells you off. If they go, you shouldn't drink out of that single use, what I say is, it's not single use, because when I finish drinking it, I'm going to shove it right up my arse. And I find that really stops the conversation. They don't want to carry it on.
What's that, a small bottle or one of the larger ones?
2-litre Diet Pepsi.
We're talking about Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg. I don't know how we got onto the 2-litre Pepsi up your arse, but I think we went slightly off topic.
Yeah, the thing is, you try and do stuff, but you can't do it. Like now, we have these bottles now, don't we? The reusable bottles. Everyone's got one of these rather than plastic bottles.
I've got so many of those.
Yeah,
I've got hundreds.
Hundreds of them. This one's made in China. I hope they walked it over it.
You know what? I haven't got any kids. I say torch the place.
It so annoyed politicians. People went off at the deep end.
And a lot of, middle-aged white men, I think, got very angry.
Anyone that looked like Gammon was livid. They knew she was right as well, so they had to just go for her.
I haven't seen men of that calibre that angry since Jeremy Clarkson left Top Gear. You heard the people said, oh, whenever she comes on, I'll turn off the television, which is, of course, exactly what she wants.
Outspoken women have been angering men like this since the beginning of time. Like, she's the human equivalent of leaving the landing light on.
What do you think of Greta? Do you like her?
I do like her, especially the fact that she's, at least 500 years old by now. I love it.
There is a theory she's a time traveller because there's a still photo of her. Can we have a look at this photo? It does look remarkably like her. Oh. It's something, isn't it? Are you really subscribing to this?
I'm obsessed with this. I watched the show Ancient Aliens religiously, and
When you say religiously, you mean without really thinking about it?
Yeah,
Look, it's very impressive what she's doing at 16. At 16, what was I? I was wanking and eating rustlers, mainly.
I think it's great that she's a young hero, but I worry that she's not getting a normal childhood, the normal teen experiences.
But if you remember your teenage years, do you want that to happen to her?
That's the problem for Greta, though. When you've done all this stuff by 16, she's an incredible woman. How's she going to rebel? Where's she going to go and rebel? She'll start off by going, you know what, I'm just going to put the cardboard in the red recycling bin. Within a year, she'll be having a hog roast with Richard Branson. You can tell that's the only place she's got to go, right?
The problem is, I agree with everything she says, but I don't know what it is. Whenever she speaks, I'm like, oh, fuck off a bit, will ya? I'm trying!
Well, I can tell you that Greta is not one of the most talked about people of the last year, but Greta has totally changed my perspective on climate change. I've gone from not caring at all to pretending to care when people are around. Thanks, Greta. OK, Catherine's team. Who do you think people have been talking about over the last 12 months?
Oh, it's gotta be Boris Johnson. He lies and cheats more than a Kardashian's baby's father. More people liked Boris Johnson than the other one. It is a bit like a popularity contest between Prince Andrew and Piers Morgan, but I've decided I'm gonna be right-wing now. Very right-wing.
You would suit being very
I
right-wing,
look
think.
right-wing. I look
Yeah,
like
you do.
the kind of white woman who would call the police on a child's lemonade stand. I do. It's like, go home.
You'd be great on Fox News.
Thank you, and fuck you.
Do you like our new glorious leader?
He's got a lot of kids, isn't he? I'm like even he doesn't know quite how many. He says, I want to keep them anonymous. But that entire family, Boris, his dad, brother, they all look exactly the same. There is not a single primary school in South London where the teacher's not going, oh, yeah. I think, yeah.
Well, Rich, look no further.
I only found out recently that his full name, it's Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson. He's a man with more middle names than morals. He pretends to be bumbling, but he's really sinister. Like when he did the Love Actually thing, where he went to that woman's door and knocked and was like, please vote for me, I'm a good guy. I was like, if Love Actually was like a Tory Love Actually, like a Brexit Love Actually, it'd be terrible. It'd be like that first scene at the airport where everyone's crying, but instead of arrivals, it's departures. Like Sajid Javid would have this maid that learned English for 8 months and then he'd still deport her.
Boris, he's so posh, he sounds like an old motorbike. But when he talks, like...
Like father, like son.
I bet he's quality on a stag do, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Boris turns up, here we go. Come on, dicks out, pants down, come on, lads. Game on my stag do, which my dad made us do, which was called Flip Cup Dicks Out. Where, you know, have you ever played Flip Cup? Where you get a cup on the edge of the table, and you do that and you have to land it down on the top like that, right? Basically, if your team lost the race, you had to get your dicks out. And then you had to go down the slide in this swimming pool with your dick out.
You're in a swimming pool?
Yeah.
What are you doing at Centre Parks with your dick out?
Playing Flip Cup Dicks Out.
Flip cup.
And then my dad won, and he still got his dick out and jumped in the pool.
Oh, my God. You saw your dad's penis?
It was cold, so not really.
I cannot believe you've seen Boris Johnson's penis. That is amazing.
Let's have a look and see if he's up there.
Of course he is, dirty bastard.
Yeah.
Yes, Boris Johnson. In with a bullet. Boris gave the Conservatives their biggest ever majority, which was lucky, because if there's one thing the Conservatives can't stand, it's minorities. So we're still trying to guess the nation's most talked about people. OK, fingers on buzzers.
Is it Prince Andrew?
Prince Andrew.
He's been in the news.
He's been in the news a little bit, yeah.
He's been knocking about. Because of the controversy, he's retired from public duties. I don't know what he actually did apart from walk around parks with pedos.
Yeah.
The whole way through that interview was extraordinary. He had all the misplaced confidence of a lettings agent on episode 1 of The Apprentice. Just a bit beforehand, he told his press secretary, I've smashed this. Absolutely gonna smash it.
The crux of the thing is, grown men really love the idea of a much younger woman, and I can't believe that's still a scandal. I think it's wrong, but is it unusual? No. When I was 17, I was banging the 31-year-old prom security guard, and he wasn't even powerful. He could get me just closer to the keg. I think his daughters are just innocent victims, because imagine, I've got an embarrassing dad. You know, when your dad, just an embarrassing dad.
Yeah, Flip Cup Dicks Out, Dad.
I would be so gutted as well because, like, he was just like, it was very unusual. I was at home with the children, and the one time
Which children?
he drove you to a birthday party was because he needed an alibi.
In his defence, Woking Pizza Express is quality. They've got, like, the oven in the middle. It's great vibe. The toilets are quality.
Watching it, it did look like such a car crash, the whole interview. And I
Yeah.
just thought, like, imagine being in that family and your dad has literally turned a car over that year, and that's still not the biggest car crash in your family.
What is it with the royals as well, not shaving off that last bit of bum fluff on their head? They never commit, do they, to that tiny... Like, William's got it, innit? It looks like an arse.
Just shave it, I say.
It kind of reminds me of, I've got a naked cat.
What?
Aren't they all right?
I think you mean to say shaved pussy.
No, darling. Anyway, he's a Sphinx cat.
Got a Sphinx cat.
Yeah.
So they're totally hairless cats.
Totally hairless.
I'm obsessed by them.
Really? His
They're
name
amazing.
is Mr. Chow. And once I brought him into a cattery. I picked him up 2 weeks later over Christmas, and he came back with a Prince Andrew like peach fuzz all over him. I had to like wax him down, shower.
Wax him?
Yeah, it was awful.
So the cat that you
The
had...
cat was freezing, and basically the animal instinct made him develop peach fuzz. Just like Prince Andrew.
So a bald cat, gruesome hair, clearly doing really well, and then you got it home and went, yeah, better wax it.
I mean, it was a bit of Scotch tape. It wasn't a real wax.
I mean, that's one of the worst assaults on young pussies that we've allegedly discussed this round.
Well, I can tell you, Prince Andrew was not one of the most talked about people of the last year, but the biggest unanswered question of the Epstein scandal is how did paedophiles with dirt on the royal family get so good at killing themselves? Turns out the Grand Old Duke of York had 10,000 punchline redacted for legal reasons. OK, fingers on muzzers, 2 more to get. Go on, who buzzed in?
Is it the other royals, Hazza and Mazza? Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle has been in the news a lot. Go on, what do you
Yes.
make of Meghan Markle?
I find Meghan Markle fascinating because she's a woman with like the body of a goddess but the name of a minor Harry Potter character. I think
Markle. But is she Gryffindor or Slytherin?
I think they're both Gryffindor. I think they're the most relatable as a couple, the most relatable royals because neither of them has been accused of being a racist or a nonce. Recently.
At time of recording.
Harry's like the #2 popular royal right after the Queen. You can dress as a Nazi and still be the second most popular royal in that family.
No, because everyone thinks it's cheeky. It's like if he drinks too much, it's cheeky. If he dresses as a Nazi, it's cheeky. He marries a woman of African-American heritage. Like, oh, cheeky.
So, what do you think, Rachel and Meghan Markle? She's getting given a horribly hard time by the press.
Yes, she is getting... I think it must be very, very weird being Meghan Markle. I'm thinking that thing of when you meet someone famous, it's really weird. And at some point, she met the Queen, right? She must have met the Queen for the first time. That must have been so weird. And I wonder how long it took before she got bored of meeting the Queen. I wonder within about 3 days, she's like, oh, fuck, it's the fucking Queen again. And like the first time you're in Buckingham Palace, you're going, I am in Buckingham Palace. I'm a girl from California. I'm in Buckingham Palace with the Queen. And 3 days later, she's thinking, the toilet is so far away from this living room. There's not a smart TV. This is a fucking nightmare.
Well, she claims not to have ever known who they were because in America they don't have news and TV. But I think it would have been way more romantic if she just said, yes, I targeted him from a young age. I watched the funeral, I saw him walking behind that coffin, and I thought, that ass, though,
Well, did you have a thing with Prince Harry?
Absolutely not, no.
I thought you tried to claim that.
all of these nights I spent in Mahiki. What a waste.
Should have been in Pizza Express.
I know. I would have gone for a young William.
You would have
Young
gone for the
Wells was
future
hot.
king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of your royals are already German, so apart
Yes.
from Meghan, so I might as well mince in.
I might as well mince in, like people don't say.
Say
I would just
Loretta,
mince in, to the royal family. I'm just like one of them. I wonder, was Meghan Markle's life better before she was in the royal family? Because
Her life
like the
was
press have
definitely better.
turned on her for not showing us pictures of the baby day one.
She was treated so badly. I mean, on Remembrance Sunday and stuff, they made out she didn't put the wreath down right. I mean, she didn't do anything wrong as far as I could tell. It wasn't like she was hula hooping with the wreath.
You're going to remember this.
And she did the interview and someone said, how are you? And she just responds as a normal human being and says, oh, well, thank you for asking. Actually, I haven't been asked that very much. And people are like, oh, who does she think she is?
To be fair, they were in South Africa with a 4-month-year-old. What an holiday that is. Do me a favour, you don't take a 4-month-year-old Dorset, never mind South Africa. 12-hour flight and the jabs. No wonder you're stressed. I'd be fuming.
And they love as well to sort of stir up this thing about the sort of rivalry between Meghan and Harry and William and Kate, don't they? And you just go, well, you don't know if that's true. I mean, all families have that kind of cousin thing, don't they? Like, can you believe it? Your cousins, they're going to go to South Africa for their holiday this year. Oh, I mean, I like her, but she takes the piss, doesn't she? And, you know, there's going to be all them pictures on Facebook. Is it my legs or is it hot dog sausages? You know, I don't know. And, you know, maybe there's a bit of that, but I don't know. I just think there's a lot. They're just sort of going for them for the sake of it.
No, the British press hate her for one reason and one reason only. She took the only viable ginger cock off the market.
OK, well, let's see if Meghan Markle is up there. Yes, it's Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle has unfairly got a reputation for being a bit of a diva, but royal insiders say she's only ever made one demand. Don't leave her alone with Prince Andrew. As we're talking about royalty, time for a quick royal bonus round. Rob, Catherine, come join me in the middle to play What Colour Hat is the Queen Wearing?
What color hat is the Queen wearing?
Good luck.
OK, so the rules are simple. You've just got to tell me what colour hat is the Queen wearing. OK, so
What color hat is the Queen wearing?
OK. Can I get some dramatic lighting, please? Right, OK, let's play What Colour Hat is the Queen Wearing? Rob, you're first. Take a look at this picture.
Yeah.
What colour hat is the Queen wearing? What are you going to go with?
I'd say black.
You think she's wearing a black hat?
Yeah, what kind of lunatic's going to add another colour palette to that purple monstrosity? It looks like a quality street that's escaped.
Well, I can tell you. Full quality street. She went purple. I think that was the week Prince died.
Actually, guys, I don't see colour. I don't even know if that's a man or a woman. That's a person to me.
OK, Catherine, this is you. What colour hat is the Queen wearing?
Oh, gosh. Oh, I really needed to get this right. So, I think she's wearing, like, maybe a green?
You think a green hat with that outfit. Let's have a look. Incorrect.
Well, why is there always the same?
Rob.
Yeah, I'm
OK,
getting the vibe now.
Let's get this. OK, you got it?
Yellow. Let's do this. It's yellow.
You think yellow?
Yes!
Rob scores. Well, listen to the crowd.
Fool me once, don't fucking fool me again. That's the same, isn't it?
OK, next one. What do you think, Catherine?
I think it's blue. I think it's blue.
You think it's blue? You think
Yeah,
a
I
blue
think it's
hat?
blue.
Let's have a look.
Ooh, yeah!
It's 1-0. 1-0.
I love this.
It's neck and neck, everyone. It is neck
Oh my
and
God.
neck.
This is a great game.
OK, next one. OK, what colour hat is the Queen wearing?
She's drinking from white wine. So we know it's before noon.
Yeah. She might be a bit pissed up, might be a bandana or something. I think grey.
Ooh.
OK, let's
A
have a look.
light grey.
No, wrong.
Oh. Yes.
That is great. That is great. I've got to give him that.
Like, I'm actually getting emotional, and I want to play this game at Christmas.
That's a stitch-up, that.
Because
I'll give you the point. That was
I don't
great.
care about the point. It's not right. Oh, what cut? Oh, we're not going to put a hat in because I'm fucking wacky.
you win. You win.
There we go.
OK, what do you think?
Pink hat.
Pink?
Wait a minute. Wait.
Whoa.
Like yellow or pink? Hang
She
on.
would look like a Battenberg.
No, she wouldn't. Wait a minute.
She is a Battenberg. Change the family name to Windsor when the war starts.
No. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Quick as you can.
White.
You think a white hat? Incorrect. We're going quick fire now. OK,
I'm going
go.
on my gut.
White. Green. Green. White.
Oh, green.
Let's have a look.
Bandana!
Oh, they're over.
Oh!
OK, next one. What colour?
Hell, Terry's chocolate orange has turned up.
Black.
You think black?
Orange.
OK, let's go. Black or orange?
Yes.
So who said orange?
Me.
Oh, you said it. Who said orange?
I said orange.
Thank
I
you.
should fucking pay attention.
All right.
OK, what colour hat is the Queen wearing?
That's Del Boy, isn't it?
Scarf.
You've gone scarf, very strong scarf.
I've got a Baker Boy cap.
Scarf.
OK, you've gone Peaky Blinders, you
Yeah.
think Paddington Bear. OK. Let's see if she's got a scarf on. Yes! All right, what colour?
That is,
Blue.
blue black.
Well, I can tell you, but that's Camilla. I'd know those boobs anyway. Rob Beckett is the winner. OK, back to the seats. Lucky couple. Fingers on buzzers, one more to get. Who else have people been talking about? What do you think?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, whatever happened to him? The guy from The Apprentice in the Americans.
He's doing all right, isn't he? There's obviously a demand for idiot blonde blokes with massive cocks, so vote Beckett, yeah?
I think that Trump let me down this year. You know, he peaked too soon with the crazy, and he just didn't have the momentum and the stamina. He's getting done, what, for collusion? Like, Bill Clinton got done for getting sucked off by an intern. That was hot. Trump could have done a little bit better with his impeachment. Just regular, boring collusion. Underwhelmed.
2 stars.
2 stars.
Sophie, I mean, I'm guessing you're not a huge Trump fan, that's my guess.
I'm not a huge Trump fan, but I do like the drama that he has with literally everyone else on the globe. So, like, Greta Thunberg, also Justin Trudeau. When he was here for NATO, he was like, I don't like Justin Trudeau, he's two-faced, which is actually accurate because Justin Trudeau has 2 faces, his white face and his black face. I think Trump's holding back. I think, like, going into his 3rd term, he's going to show, like, it's going to be like Return of the King. He's going to, like, come back with a whole undead army, like lots of crazy racist pensioners.
There is talk about a 3rd term because he's already saying, oh, we should change the rules.
He's not going to serve a 2nd term. That's the good news, Trump, I'll tell you that. But it's going to be terrifying if he does lose. He's not going to be a good loser. The key thing is, when he does lose at the end of next year, we must tell him he's won. It's going to be a nightmare if he knows he's lost. We'll stick him in Mar-a-Lago. He can just be there. He can keep tweeting. We keep going, oh, I'm furious with you, Mr. President. We'll just all keep it up. He can do 8 years, he can do 12 years down there. Just never tell him he's lost.
What do you make of Donald Trump, Sophie?
I have to say he's not my favourite. I also think, do you know that picture that he tweeted of himself where he put the head of him on Rocky Balboa?
Yeah, I've got that. Yeah, I had to
Do you
take
have
a look.
that?
Yeah, no, I've got the poster of
It's
my
one of my
bedroom.
favourites.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah, he did that. It's,
I think he uses the same on his Ukrainian Tinder, actually.
Pretty fit. Tell you what, he's like not bad in the face, is he really? You put him on a good body, he's all right there. Look. More if I was a 7-year-old woman, I'd suck him off.
If you're a 70-year-old woman, you'd suck him off.
Well, he's 70, isn't he?
Oh, I see what you mean.
I'm saying if I was a young 22-year-old girl, I'd probably leave it. But a 70-year-old with a body like that, you're going in.
I don't think he's gone near someone his own age for many years.
No.
Well, I'll change that, baby. You know when you say something and you regret it?
Yeah, OK. Well, let's have a look and see if he's up there. Yes, it's Donald Trump. Last year, the Mueller report cleared Trump of collusion with Russia, which was great news for Trump and even better news for his boss, Putin. 73-year-old Donald Trump is up for re-election later this year. It's not something I thought I'd find myself saying, but come on, prostate cancer. So those were the most talked about people of the past year, but let's not forget Stormzy. At Glastonbury, thousands of working-class people saw Stormzy wearing a stab-proof vest and thought, what a powerful message. And thousands of middle-class people saw Stormzy wearing a stab-proof vest and thought, what a beautiful gilet. John Bercow. As Speaker, John Bercow was meant to be impartial, but he took more sides than your mum ordering a Nando's. Jeremy Corbyn. Jeremy Corbyn was accused of racism, but let's be clear, the only thing Jeremy Corbyn hates more than anti-Semitism is apologising to Jews. So at the end of that round, Rob, Rich and Sophie have 2 points. Catherine, Sophie and Tom have 2 points. So our next round is Pick of the Polls. Rob, Tom, Sophie, what do you like the look of?
What about the geezer with the top hat and...
Geezer with the top hat, OK. Here is your related question. Most people are more likely to trust someone with a posh accent. True or false? What do you think?
Oh, is this basically asking people if they trust Rob more than me? Like, for me, a pony is something you might ride, but for Rob, a pony is something that somebody might owe him in money.
I think Rob would still ride it.
Rob would charge you to ride it at the beach.
But Tom and Rob, didn't you guys go to the same school?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a fraud. No one spoke like that at our school apart from you.
Apart from me. And look at me now.
You're on the same show as him. What do you think? Because you've got a...
As long as it's German and posh, I'm all for it. And I believe anything.
We just don't have it. Every Canadian person has the same accent. And we're a huge country. But here, you do this weird thing. Like, even Scottish people, if they're posh, sound like Tom. And if you're from Birmingham, but you're posh, you sound like Tom again. And I just don't understand, like, does HMRC just send you a letter with your tax band being like, oh, good news, you get to talk this way for a year? Like, I don't.
The thing about Britain is, it's like, to try and explain to people, like, the idea that you go 20 miles and people have got a totally different accent.
Yes.
It's sort of incredible, whereas... But America and Canada are both newer countries, so I'm sure there are different accents there, but those are the native peoples that you killed.
I didn't kill them!
You didn't save them.
True.
Sophie, what do you make of the accent?
Oh, well, I was going to say that in North America, people always give me the same compliment, which I find very coded. They always say that I'm well-spoken. They're like, oh, you're so well-spoken. And I think that people in North America think that black women just shoot out of the womb with a vocabulary completely made up of sassy grunts and Bible verses.
Yeah.
They only say things like, and child, and Lord Jesus. But I think you trust the posh accent, but you don't necessarily trust the, like, morally bankrupt person that it's attached to.
Don't look directly at me as you say. Rich, I mean, we're a very sort of class-conscious country. It's just one of those things, isn't it? What do you think?
That's right. I mean, listen, what Catherine's saying is right. All of my family talk like Rob, apart from my mum, who talks like the Queen, because she wouldn't talk like the rest of the family. And so now I sound exactly like a cross between Rob and the Queen is how I speak. If the two of you mated, your child would talk like me.
I'm keen to find out if that would be the case.
Talk about a miracle baby.
Yeah. Pop the Queen's head on Adrian from Rocky's Body, I'm ready to go.
So then, are there people, like your mum, chooses to talk that way?
My mum chose to speak differently, so she was able to better herself, which is what you would do in the 60s. People will slum down their accents these days. That's the truth. People will try and talk a bit more like Rob, believe it or not. Whereas in the 70s, everyone tried to talk a little bit posh, if they weren't posh.
So you guys are walking around, like, just doing accents?
Yeah.
So what do you think? Let's get some answers on this. Most people are more likely to trust someone with a posh accent. True or false, Rob?
Oh, I think, like, telephone voice, isn't it? It's like true.
Yes.
People do put it on, especially strangers, so...
Oh,
true?
Yes.
Yeah.
When I pick up the phone, I have to put on your voice, but yeah.
All right! Yeah. You've got to stop picking up the phone in my house when I'm not there.
OK, so they said true. What are you going to say?
Let's go false, shall we?
False.
We say false.
OK. Well, I can tell you the answer is false.
Yeah! Well done, Richard.
Only 27% of people would be more likely to trust someone with a posh accent. People have different accents in different places in the country. People from Liverpool have a Scouse accent. People from Newcastle have a Geordie accent, whereas I speak properly. OK, so at the end of that round, it's 2 points to Rob's team and 3 points for Catherine's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your first one. Best thing about being single.
Is that what we have to do? Buzz in.
What, when you're single? Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
so.
thank you. I was in a restaurant and the very handsome waiter came up to me and said, "Are you single?" And I said, "Yes." And with that, he took the other chair away.
No, Tom.
Oh. No, you can now self-partner. This is
It's
the
what
new
Emma
thing.
Watson said, right?
Yeah, Emma Watson said, I'm going to self-partner.
Yeah. And you can't really do that when you're married, like in the shower if you're quick.
Yeah.
Does self-partnering is an unfortunate phrase? Because I know what she means. She's going, I'm enough, I don't need to be in a relationship. But it sounds like she's fiddling around in a chamber of secrets, doesn't it?
No, I was going to say, sometimes I walk down the street and, like, I'll see a couple and they'll be wearing the same coat. And I'll think to myself, well, it would be nice to have somebody to hate that with.
I completely get what you mean.
Are you single?
I'm currently single and I hate it.
Do you?
I do hate it, but I love to sleep like a giant X in my bed. You can't do that with someone else.
Wouldn't it be amazing if at the end of this show, Sophie and Tom got together?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
You never
amazing?
know, right?
That would be so great, girl.
To be honest, if I was going to marry a woman, it probably would be somebody who's like a German heiress.
I think you should consider it, Sophie. A gay husband would be fab.
I think that would be fucking amazing.
Thank you.
I think that's the secret to happiness.
So, best thing about being single.
Is it having more time to spend in your hobbies?
Hobbies.
Related to that, having
Having
more
sex
time.
with lots of other people. Which is also one of my hobbies.
Have you ever applied for a regular job with the hobbies and interests? Well, I'll tell you what I like. I like fucking.
You know what I miss about being single is that when you're single, I alone would decide if there's a chill in the room. And not sit there in football shorts sweating as the heating got turned up again.
The great innovation in our relationship was the duvet, where you can get different togs on different sides. That's what saved us.
Hey, isn't there a European thing where each side has a different duvet?
In Germany, we have separate duvets.
I think that's the future.
So efficient.
I was like, what is this? One giant... I don't want to share that.
No, right?
I think
It's mine.
the secret is a king-size bed. I've got a super king.
Definitely.
So I can barely hear her breathe.
Is it not very uncomfortable sleeping next to somebody all the time? Does it not get on your nerves?
Yeah, I hate it.
Why?
Because if you do sleep in another room, it makes you look weird. And also, if you creep in for sex, it's like a weird prostitute that lives next door to your house.
Richie Rich, you're in a
The
relationship.
worst thing about being a couple is you have to go out with other couples. Like, if it's just you just go out with your friends. You literally choose whoever you want to go out with. And in a couple, you have to... There's, like, this sort of one-step removed thing where you find yourself in an evening, not only with someone who's not really your friend, but is your partner's friend, but then also the husband of the person who's friends with your partner.
Yeah.
And that can be awful.
And you're aware they're going to be watching this?
Jimmy, a certain type of guy knows, right? A certain type of guy, he knows he's boring. He knows he's there because of his wife.
I get on really well with Rob's wife. I don't know what you want from me.
She is delightful, isn't she? But that house, so cold. I'll tell you what, though, nice duvet.
Lovely dude.
It's also good to be in a relationship with somebody who's good at pretending to be ill, so you can leave quite early. That's because I'm quite bad at pretending to be ill. But if you're with someone who's good at faking illness, you can literally leave at 9 o'clock if you want to.
So you just want like a Munchausen's girlfriend
Munchausen's girlfriend.
to bring around.
.com.
It's like, I think I have cancer again. Let's go.
OK, so what's the best thing about being single? What do you think? Genuine guesses.
Is it the amount of space you've got on your phone? Because you don't have to take 5,000 pictures of your partner with food.
Yeah. Is it blowjobs are still a possibility?
Or you don't have to hear their annoying snoring noises, sorry.
Yes.
Snoring.
Snoring noise.
Snoring.
No, they make me so murdery. I want to kill everyone that snores.
They make me so murdery. Oh, I should stop it. I'm a little bit murdery.
My favourite German word is Schatzi. Means
Schatzi.
treasure, right?
Yes, exactly.
Schatzi, danke, Schatzi.
Bitte, Schatzilein.
Da, Schatzi means treasure. Say, I'm feeling a bit murdery, Schatzi.
I'm feeling a bit murdery, Schatzi. Or if you want to get out and go into a party, I'm so sorry, I've done a little Schatzi.
You're quite fit when you do that. I quite like it.
Yeah, I'm feeling weirdly drawn to you right now. So.
Stop it, you, danke.
I think I might be gay in German.
My issue is I can't do a German accent without sounding a little bit like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit murdery.
Perhaps that's what started it all. Perhaps none of them could.
And if you're watching this in Germany, it's a comedy show. Where would we be without a sense of humour? Germany. OK, best thing about being single. Come on, someone's going to get this.
Being single is good because you're, like, invited more places. You're an ingenue. I only got invited to your house to play Wink Murder because someone canceled. If I was in a couple, I would have been at home, not enjoying a game of Wink Murder.
It was just me and her, and she was murdered. I was feeling very murdery. I know I shouldn't, but I like it.
Very good.
I think I'm just going to do that voice now.
You're so
really
happy
about
when you do that. You come alive.
And it really matches your laugh as well. You're like, I'm feeling a bit murdery, Schatzi.
Sophie, what do you think?
General freedom, liberty.
Right answer. Freedom.
That's it.
No. Yes, the best thing about being single is the freedom. Yes. Freedom to make a microwave biryani meal for one and come on your tummy with a finger up your bum. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your question. Best way to impress your boss?
Is it negging them? Go in, you're supposed to impress them. Go in and go, oh, no, I think your shoes are shit. I hate your company and I don't like the lunch times and the Christmas party was rubbish and I hate you. And they go, that person really believes in themselves.
No, it is not.
Maybe as a good Swabian Hausfrau, you bring some baked goods. Maybe some of them are spiked.
So you impress your boss by bringing baked goods to
Yeah.
the office?
A little bit of Christmas cookies. No one ever said anything against that, no? There you are.
Have you ever had a real job?
No.
No, but Joe,
That's why
I
I'm
didn't mean
here.
that I didn't mean that in a barbed way. I just meant, have you
Surely
ever
not.
worked? What have you done?
As a fashion designer, yes, I had my own company.
As a fashion designer?
Yeah, that's a real job. It's the hardest job in the world.
It's the hardest job in the world. Yes. Those emergency nurses can fuck off, can't they? What are they thinking?
One of the toughest industries in the world.
What was your fashion label called?
Sophie Herman, how creative, I know. Stop.
Did you design this?
No, Dom, I wish.
You wish?
I wish.
Who designed that?
Elisabetta Franchi.
Love him. Great guy.
What you're wearing this evening is quite Oktoberfest, I feel.
Do you think so, really?
Bierhaus.
What did you say?
Bierhaus.
Beer house,
Yeah,
beer garden.
beer hella.
Can you not do the voice, Rob, because you really do look a little bit...
I look more German than you.
You could be very
I feel like
Maybe
I'm
I
sat
am.
here with the sound of music next to me.
I'm not very good. What should I say?
To be honest, everyone in Germany thinks I sound incredibly British, so I don't even know what you are talking about.
I don't know what
I
you're talking
don't
about
know
either.
what you're talking about.
Borussia Dortmund.
No,
Schalke.
Bayern München.
Bayern München.
Yeah, that's the one.
Borussia Mönchengladbach.
You're just listing up
Pardon?
a random...
Yes, I am just listing football teams. That's all I know.
Rich, you used to have a proper job.
I don't know, I've been a boss for a long time, so I was thinking, what would impress me?
What would genuinely impress you? Yeah.
Breakdancing?
Catherine, you've had a few real jobs.
Oh, yes. I once worked in a nightclub and people gave me drugs. I didn't understand that to stay awake till daylight, you had to mostly take drugs. I have never taken drugs. I didn't understand that. I was like, they're thirsty. They're drinking loads of water. Then they started giving me little packets of drugs, and I was like, oh. So then I became like a detective. And then I collected all the drugs that were given to me, and I was like, you just wait. I put them in a little pot, and at the end of the night, I took my cash over to him to leave. I gave him all the cash, and I was like, by the way, people are taking drugs in this nightclub. And then I got fired. And I thought, you know, I was doing justice. I was great at my job. I thought my boss would be really impressed. He knew about the drugs all along.
Oh, that's the last thing you expect in a nightclub, isn't it?
Sell them later.
I was not going to be a drug dealer. That's the hardest job in the world besides fashion design.
So best way to impress your boss, it's actually much more everyday than that.
Lick their ass. Because if you get to that stage of the interview, they've been impressed.
How would you bring that up in the interview? Would it be like, have you got any other questions? I'd like to rim you.
Being on time.
More than that, but you're...
Early.
That's the right answer.
Whoa, nice, Sophie.
Oh, yeah. Yes, the best way to impress your boss is to arrive early. My old boss used to like me to run a tight ship. And when I say run, I mean wear. And when I say ship, I mean shorts. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Rob, Tom and Sophie have 3 points, Catherine, Sophie and Richard have 4 points. They're tonight's winners. Thanks to all our panelists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.